Hey there, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video, by the way. My name's Nick, and today I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how to get bigger and stronger as a teenager. And obviously if you're not a teenager, you can still benefit from these, if not more, depending on where you are hormonally. I feel as if I'm pretty qualified to be giving you these 5 tips based off the fact that I deadlifted 405 pounds at the age of 15. And pretty quickly too. I also just turned 16. Not that it matters anything, just means that I need to step up my game just a little bit more. So as a birthday gift, all I'm really asking for is that you hit that like button and consider subscribing. I'd love it if you join me on my journey. I'm just getting started. I'm not planning on quitting anytime soon. But anyways, let's get right into it. So my first tip is progressive overload. Obviously, if you want to get stronger, depending on what that means to you, you want to be adding weight to the bar. And if not adding weight to the bar, you want to be increasing your sets or the total amount of reps you do. And a part of progressive overload is obviously when you're progressively overloading, you don't necessarily need to worry too much about overloading on accessory work. Well, of course, eventually you will have to. Really just focus on progressively overloading when it comes to the fundamental movements like the overhead press, pull-up, squat, deadlift, and bench press. Something I also wanted to say about progressive overload is that when you're trying to progressively overload your strength, you typically want to stay in a lower rep range, which is around 1 to 5, 1 to 6. And when you're trying to overload for hypertrophy, so just trying to get your total volume up, which volume equates to muscle growth, is you want to stay within the 6 to 12 to 15 range, 15 being on the extreme end, but still hypertrophy nonetheless. Tip number 2 is hydration. Your muscles are made up of primarily water, so obviously you want to be drinking a lot of water, not just during your workout, but before your workout. You want to make sure that you're hydrated all throughout the day so that you can get quality contractions and that your muscles don't cramp up. Number 3, kind of goes hand in hand with tip number 2, is your nutrition. You really want to make sure that you're eating enough, mainly carbs, because carbs will be your main source of fuel. You're gonna have a bad workout, if you're not eating enough, obviously, but also the quality of food that you're eating definitely will heavily impact your workout. For me, when it comes to nutrition, my personal philosophy is the type of food that you're eating will determine how your workout feels. Obviously there are people who dirty bulk and they're gonna look like trash. Number 4, and this one is a very, very big one to me, and that is your training environment. And what I mean by environment is essentially who you're surrounding yourself with, the actual environment of the gym, and your overall mood. Obviously, if you go into your workout thinking like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit these lifts, I'm kind of nervous, you're not gonna do well. That's just how it is. For me, whenever it comes to any of my lifts, I always want to keep a get it up at all costs mentality without, of course, breaking my form. And I really try not to think about the weight because there's always a mental barrier for the first time you go heavier. Obviously 4 plates may be scary the first time you hit it, but you'll find that pretty soon you're repping it out or you're even warming up with it. So don't let the weight get to your head. All it is just plates on a bar. Number 5, and to me personally, this is probably one of the more important ones, and that is to leave your ego at the door. No one cares how much weight you're lifting. I can guarantee you, if anything, people are going to start looking at you funny if you're lifting the weight with terrible form. A way that I like to think about it is that you want to train your muscles, not your joints and tendons. You don't want to be inflaming your joints and tendons, because that always is a good thing, right? So when I say train your muscles, not your joints, what I'm primarily talking about is this thing that we call the mind-muscle connection. And that's essentially how well you can feel your muscles or the muscle that you're training. I said it's not necessarily a cramping feeling, but it almost is. It feels like, say if you're flexing your bicep, you want to feel like there's a small, big, whatever. Some people's balls might be bigger. Scott Herman. but you want to feel like there's something in that muscle that feels like it's going to pop, or that it's pushing against the skin, it's about to tear. Not actually though, but just make sure that you're using a weight that you can handle, that's obviously challenging, but nothing that you have to like bounce up or use momentum to get up. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. Really just give you the information and let you go on with your day. I hope that this will be able to help you out in your workouts. And if it does, come back to the video and let me know, or hit me up on my Instagram, which is just at @NickBarronLifts. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, first of all, thank you so much. It means seriously the world to me. Thank you, most importantly, thank you for watching this video. If you want to join me on my journey, hit that subscribe button and have a great day.